So, as Alexa was saying, those that word transparency in the workforce and for an employee to be able to express themselves to the employer is valid and there should not be any retaliation. But you also have to remember to take note and make sure that the employee, I mean, not the employee, that the employer is doing this in case of retaliation because that does happen on the workforce. Alexa, can you agree that on the workforce, sometimes when you do critique a job and the performances of the administration, sometimes jobs do um, create a reason to get rid of you, but can you explain legally the ways they would have to go about it?
Employers must handle criticism legally by following proper procedures. They can't retaliate for protected complaints about discrimination, harassment, or safety violations. For general criticism, they should investigate objectively and address issues fairly without retaliation.
That's part of transparency. And Alexa, when you are off the clock, does your job have a right to tell you the do's and don'ts of what you cannot do as far as on your own personal time?
Employers generally can't dictate your personal life outside work hours. However, they may have policies about conduct that could impact your job performance or the company's reputation.
So, for instance, I had did an interview, and I'm just using this as an example. But when I did an interview not too long ago, I want to say maybe last year, and this employee no longer works here.
I'm listening. Sounds like you've got a specific situation in mind from that interview experience.
Yes,
What happened that relates to what we've been discussing about workplace rights?
because the one of the workers that used to work here had got terminated simply because they agreed with how I felt about how the administration is and how the building is. Is that valid reason to get rid of a person?
In Wisconsin, employers can generally terminate employees for almost any reason due to at-will employment laws. However, if the termination was related to protected activities like reporting safety violations or discrimination, it could be considered illegal retaliation.